Need to check the audio. Unless somebody's here to tell me it's working, which I don't see yet. There we go. Let's see. All I have to do is start talking. Yep, that works. Yay. All right, let's go get some horses. Okay, I've got a fresh cup of coffee here. Let's gather up some horses because I need a halter first. So off I go. Okay. Close the front gate. And we'll start with the back horses, I guess. Today, no carrots this time on me. I'll get some later, maybe. It's chilly. I think it's somewhere around 5 degrees Celsius, but not supposed to rain. Look at it. Okay. Looks a little funny. Just really rooting for her to make it all the way over. Yeah, you're next. Don't teach that. Oh. Ah, she's throwing sand at me. Holy smokes. Next, you can walk backwards on her back feet. Here's where the excitement. Hey, big guy. Yes, Eddie, you're next. Last, unfortunately. Is Annie digging a hole over there? Good. Get down, please. Down. Good boy. Really? All right, head troublemaker is on his way. Love this guy though. So much fun. Thank you. Oh, what do you want? Okay. See you later. He's shitting a lot too. Okay, let's get in. Last screen to add to the group. And time to dump. Hi, Annie. Okay, let's go. Watch out. Oh, Joab's being noisy. Last time I had him out with Lena, he was trying to jump on top of her, so she was encouraging it. See what happens. Animal Planet today, and hey, what's wrong? Slow down, come on. Calm down, I said. Calm down. I can only be so excited. The only one you got today. Stop it. Okay, better. Okay, not bad. So long now. Really shaking my head after that one too. Taking a fan and getting my throat. Okay, ready? Okay, so that's it. That's the wrong way. Okay. Okay, let's sit down. So let's really just you guys are already sitting down. Okay, it's soaking wet. 2 seconds. Rains a lot here. Oh. And my feet. Join in the crowd of watching. This is small. That's today's workout, I guess. Dead. Test, test. Nope, the mic is definitely not working. Let's reconnect. Let's test. I can't hear the sound yet. It works now? Really? Oh.
All right, let's go get some horses.
Oop, I've gone all the way to the beginning.
Let's go get some horses. Oop, I've gone all the way to the beginning.
Okay, yeah, it's working. I got it. Yay. Congratulations, me. Look at Annie. What's she doing? Yeah, technology is sometimes a pain. You got to wonder which wire is going to which thing and if it's working. And so, sorry. It was working when I first started, and then somewhere along the lines, it just crackled out. So, go figure. We've got a lot of things in the chain here. Another thing that I've done, hopefully it'll help. Hopefully we'll have a much clearer and cool live stream. she's ready to kick anything that comes near her. It's like, today is kicking Annie day. I've extended the Wi-Fi to come much, much closer to the arena. So I'm hoping I'll be able to change my position, to be honest, and be able to go into the arena a little bit and do a little bit close up with horses. But then I got to worry about if the audio is going to stop working. Oh well, there you go. Yeah, and then there's a wireless microphone, and the wireless microphone hooks up to this janky wire that goes into the headphone port of this phone that's old, because new phones don't come with headphone ports anymore, so you can't put any microphone connected to it. It'd be a Bluetooth connected microphone, a Bluetooth connected microphone. Anyways, you see where I'm going with this? So, tech. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Say hi to everybody. I'm actually kind of warm despite it being 5 degrees out. Well, all right. So, Mr. Wild's up. He's having a roll and he's run off. He's going to go hassle Yoka. Annie. It's Annie coming around. It might be fuzzy only because I'm zooming in so much. Okay, Amanda's here. Hello, Amanda. Joanne is here from Zusa. Very funny. Tanya and Elvis are here from Yorkshire, England. Yorkshire. I don't know. These three are funny. Oh, here comes Mr. Wild. He's coming up to make everybody go. It's exercise time. What's Yoka doing? She's hanging out with Luke. Luke's got 2 girls. Uh-oh. Annie's in trouble. She says, she'd like to be Luke's best buddy, but Yoka's got him for the time being. Roni's yelling at Mr. Wild. No kicks, just a drive-by. And he's thirsty. Oh, maybe not. Yes, he is. He's going to come up. He says, nope, not that thirsty, he says. Kind of thirsty. Scale of 1 to 10, 6. Okay. Rocky's mom, aka G-Ma, is here. Good morning. I noticed leaning off to the side, she's in a different paddock. Yes, she's in a different paddock because she destroys paddocks, and I've got to fix the other paddock, but it's been either raining, freezing, or when it finally does get to be nice weather, I've got a billion other things to do. So she's in the other paddock for now until I can fix her old paddock because she's worn out 3 or 4 spots. So I've got to get some gravel in there, and then she can go back. It's a nicer paddock. It's slightly bigger. Not much, but slightly bigger paddock. And then this summer, there's going to be a slight expansion. In case anybody wants to know what I'm talking about, and you don't know, horses aren't doing anything yet anyways. So this is Lena's old paddock, and she's in the paddock over there. And then there's a fence, like the fence that's on the other side of the paddock there. And then there's a lane that I was going to use for some other stuff, but I'm not tending to use it because we live in a rainforest and it's muddy all the time. So I'm going to extend those 2 paddocks over that way. You know what's really unusual right now? Is Ronnie's over in the barrel. Oh, I guess he was thirsty enough. He's over drinking from one of the barrels. I don't know if I've ever seen him drink from the barrels before. Anybody recall that? I don't know when I'm going to get to that comment, so I'm still looking. Let's see. Allison is here. She's happy she caught the live. Joy's here from London, England. So good morning, everybody there so far. We're having a great day. Stacy's here. Thanks so much for this. Had a rough day yesterday and I need coffee with horses. I've got my coffee too. Well, welcome, Stacy. Sorry you had a bad day yesterday. Gail's here from Oklahoma. Dagmar's here from Germany. Sean's here. Is it windy? No, it is not windy, but it was the microphone. Which is, sometimes when I walk around, it'll feel like it's windy because I'm walking and where the microphone is placed. I didn't have it in the best spot, so. Let's see. I used to have drawstrings on my hoodie, but they got in the way all the time and I hated them, so I took them off. But I used to attach the microphone to the drawstrings and tuck it inside my sweater. Microphone worked great and no wind. So the next solution is actually, well, what's Lena doing? She says, Gracie smells good. Next thing to do is get a string, paracord or something like that, and make a necklace out of it essentially. Just make a loop and then attach the microphone to that and then tuck it into my sweater. Oh, and he got in a little bit of trouble there. She had to leave. Just hassling Luke too much. Rar's here from KY. Cool. Amy's here. Hello, Amy. Sandy's here from Ontario. Complaints about the audio for a bit there. Joanne says things are just in the camera. Well, I got to set it up wide in the beginning. Otherwise, I don't know where the horses are going to be. And then when I finally get back, I could sit here and play. Technology can be a real pip at times. I've never heard of anything being a pip. I would assume it means pain in the butt. Okay, who else is here? I've actually been looking at the comments. I think I said hello to Kathy's here. Hello, Kathy. And Sandy. Julie's here from Michigan. Oh, Amy's in Edmonton. That's right. Going to +4 later with blue skies. We do not have blue skies today. It's a little cloudy, but it's fine. Ashna Antics is here from Georgia. Hello. Wendy's in the Netherlands. Hello, Wendy. Good morning. Even though it's evening there. Yes, it's morning here. Somewhere around 10. I got out a little later than expected. I made some lovely waffles. And you know how it goes. Rar says, loved the carrot tests with the horses. Love to see tests without carrots. Yeah, it's in the books. It's part of the plan. Annie's having a lie down or a roll next to the fence again. Thanks, Annie. At least she's going to roll the right way. She's got to escape. Mr. Wild's moving in. I definitely have a preference for them to not roll anywhere near the fence. Stacy's here from Sacramento, California. Wendy wants to put her horse in with Gracie. Oh. Wendy says it's chili cooking time in Manitoba. So while it cooks, I'm watching Horsey Playtime. Chili cooking time? What does that mean? Is there a cook-off going on or a contest or something in that part of the province? Is like, we're all making chili. What's happening there? Vicky's here from Switzerland. I like Switzerland. I've been there. Nice place to go. Expensive, but it was nice. Petra's here from the Netherlands as well. Hello. Tammy's here from Huntington Beach, California. We don't ever get our herd together, so it's wonderful seeing yours have play dates. Aw. From a therapeutic riding center. Cool. Petra says she's in love with Annie. Have I made it to the end of the comments? Chili for Super Bowl Sunday. Oh, is tomorrow Super Bowl? I think that's right. I don't watch sports, so I have no idea. But I do recall some people talking about it. So what's happening with these guys? Luke's up close. Gracie's hanging off the side of the arena there. Lena is looking completely dirty in the middle. Roni's drinking out of a barrel with Mr. Wild. And Yoka and Annie are in the back corner doing nothing. What are they doing? Sniffing around in the mud. The back corner, that far right corner there, is where all the water tends to go because of the grade of the arena. You probably can't tell in the camera, but most of the water, the arena is crowned, so it goes like that. And so when the water comes in, it either kind of goes down that way and then out the back, or it goes and goes off to this corner here, which is the lowest corner, and we'll go into, there's a ditch, or there was a ditch here. Now it's covered in sand because the sand just kind of goes over and then, but the water still goes back that way. But any what's it called, sediment, like that's left over, is going to go there, and it puddles a bit. I might have to get some carrots or something. Have some more interesting. Actually, you know what we need to test? We need to test if I can take the camera. I better. Oh, meatballs crashing into the. Okay, I'm sorry. if the sound goes out, let me know. I'm messing with the microphone cable. Okay, I think that'll be solid. And I think what we can do is we can actually move into the arena this time instead of always being so far away, because I brought the Wi-Fi so much closer. Cheryl's here. Hello, Cheryl from Shoe Swap. Shoe Swap. I know it's Shoe Swap. There's no extra H in there, but it's Shoe Swap, isn't it? Annie's paint by numbers is going to take forever. And it's the small one. I know. They do take a little while. Okay, let's go. What am I going to do? Okay. Let's go say hi to the horses a little bit. Let's see if I can do this for a live stream. If it gets too fuzzy, let me know too. I was like, oh, I can't see it. The feed is terrible. Maybe I'll check it when I get in there. I guess I'll leave my coffee. I'll concentrate on too many things. Hey, Janine's here. Hello. Okay, let's just go say hi to the horses. Might be a little shaky. Hopefully not too shaky. But I really want to test this out, so you guys are my guinea pigs right now. Okay, oh, I've entered the arena. Everybody's looking. It's like, what's that guy doing here? First to show up is Luke. How's the feed? Is it good? Let's put the camera down. Now we're actually in the arena. So far, so good. Excellent. Here comes Luke. I guess I got to zoom out now. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Oh, don't hit the camera. No. Oh, I guess we can't really put the camera down then, can we? We have to, oh, it's all covered in sand now. Hi, buddy. Hello, Gracie. You look like you need something. See, this is a different live stream now. Now we can actually, come and say hello. Hello, Gracie. She's scratching on my hand. Big shake, maybe? Oh, here comes trouble. Gracie left. Hi, Annie. That's pretty forward. Back up. Thank you. You're very brave. Or something. She's such a cutie, though. And Yoka. Two small horses. Although Annie is getting a little... See, now that I can get in here, we can see that Annie is bigger. I don't know if I can get them from behind. I think they're just going to follow me around. Hello, Fluff. Don't chew on it. Don't chew on my hand. Oh, God. Okay. So, let's see if I can... Hello. Okay, so this might just turn into a bit of a comical act. I just want to get behind the two of them. I kind of make a comparison. There's Annie. Yoko's a little wider, but Annie's taller for sure, depending on where I hold the camera. See, a little wider, maybe, but kind of shorter. Let's watch what Luke does when he has to deal with two girls. Here it comes to me. Hello, friend. It's a lot of paying attention now. Okay. Ah, perfect. See? Look how much taller Annie is. Right? So, and it's the same level ground, but Annie's taller. And just a little thinner. Obviously, she's not quite 2 yet. So I think she's going to be a pretty good size when she gets... Oh, here we go. This is what they were doing yesterday or day before. Let's see what happens. He's never successfully jumped on top of her, but... Oh. Lena, not cool, man. You can't tell him it's okay and then say no. Alice says you checked Annie's height. I have not. Off he goes. Boy, that's a wide arc around me. Into the herd. Is the feed doing okay? It's not getting too pixelated? I hope it is. I've really brought the Wi-Fi close. Julie says, when Annie first arrived, she said, I never dreamed how beautiful she'd become. Yeah. Does Annie have a bit of draft in her? We'll never know, but I believe so. Annie looks like a halfling or cross mare. Yeah, sort of. Yoka's forelock is super cute, says Janine. It is super cute. When she first got here, she was, feed is good. Oh, that's so good. All right, well, new live stream format. We're going to interact with horses all day. Hi, Lena. This is... Oh, here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. Does he know to stay away if I'm here? What is he going to do? Oh, here comes Gracie. She says, you look like you're in the scratching mood. Yeah, I'm just going to back up a little. I don't particularly want to be in the middle of them all, just in case. Hi, Annie. Anyway, so Luke, Yoka, Annie. Yoka's forelock is by far the absolute cutest fluffer bunner ever. It is the best. You should come over and fluff it. Just hold it back just for a second. It'll sort of stay fluffed up. It falls back down pretty fast. There we go. Oh, she loves it. She just loves it. She loves human attention. This has got to be one of the, in my experience and opinion, one of the friendliest horses. Annie, and just absolutely loves a whole bunch of good, oh, you guys, human attention. Oh, see, I was trying to explain it in the carrot video. Watch Yoka's eye, if you can. If I get the right spot, watch how it'll vibrate. Oh, got trouble, 10 feet away. Okay, come here. Watch her eye. If she can stop concentrating on the boys a little bit. You want the other ear done? What are we doing? Do we need the other one? Come here. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to even show up on YouTube. You might not be able to see it. What it does is just, usually what will happen is, hey, come here. Come here, come here. What will happen is this upper corner here will start to sort of flicker and vibrate. And you really want to get that. You're looking for that. Yeah. Holy. It's just all fluff today. Hello, you guys. What's happening? Hi, Lena. I'm in the middle. Good Lord. Somebody come over and brush this. All of this. Airplane. Gracie's here. She'd like a scratch, but we'll sort out Lena a little bit first. It's just the whitest part of her. Here she comes. Can you guys see the please on her face? Like, please. Oh, Lena got sent. Gracie got sent. You're very powerful for a fluffer. Hello, Fluff. And then I've got 3 more over here. Annie, stop. I wish horses knew their names. I know people ask, but I don't know. I don't think so. What's Luke doing? Oh, that guy's moving in. And he actually reached down and tried to get the back of my leg for a nibble. Not because she's bad or mean, but because I was scratching her and she thought maybe she'd co-groom naturally. Hey buddy, just thought I'd let you guys know that kind of stuff can happen. With sand in your eyeball. He is such a good looking horse. I am so proud of him. I was looking at some pictures of him we've got an idea coming up. I can't wait to tell you guys about it. It's in the works, it's close to being done and requires some of his old pictures. And gosh, he is just a different horse. Just looking at him from the side, he has really filled out. His whole barrel is filled out. He's got a lot more muscle up there and his chest is high. His hair is all uniform. He looks normal again. Normal horse compared to when he first came. His mane is lush and healthy. Doesn't tangle it up much. You can see how much everybody is shedding here. Now the weather's getting a little warmer. Days are getting a little longer. Sun's out a little more. Watch his mouth. Let's switch hands. We want that. We want to have a mouth that is saying yes. His eyes as well. Watch the eyes, the ears. All indicators of location to scratch and intensity. It's good stuff. Makes for happy horses. And lots of hair. Okay, let's see. I've been totally ignoring the comments. Back off. Julie says, what do you get when you cross a Luke, Yoka, and Annie? A Luke Annie. Wendy says she does not want to brush my horses. She already did that. Okay. NYCC is in New Brunswick. Hello. If I wasn't there, I'd be brushing them. Julie says you should try an experiment to see who responds to their name. I don't know how I would do that. If you can tell me how to do that, I'll think about it. I got the butt. Arrow Chick says, I'm new to the channel. Are these rescue horses personal hurt or they move on to new homes? Smile every day is here. Hello. Okay, so that's a good question. Arrow Chick. Or is it Chic? Arrow Chic. C-H-I-C. Just wait. Are they rescues? Yes, they're mostly mine. So he is from Canada. This is Mr. Wild, aka Meatball, and even shorter for that is Meats. And he is the most loveliest, almost 6-year-old BC Wildie, which is the equivalent of a Mustang, just happens to be here in British Columbia, Canada. Oh, Martine's here. Hello. And he is a rescue. He came off of a range, and you can see he's very young. If you look at his teeth, he's just got little teeth. He's came here underfed, obviously, completely undernourished. Look at how straight his teeth are. Those are nice looking teeth. Will he be going anywhere? I doubt it. I don't know how I'd let go with this guy. Okay, stop. I've had it now. I don't want to play anymore. Stop. And do not chew on my hand again. Don't do it. You're going to be in trouble. It's not a carrot. It's not a carrot. It's a finger. Be nice. See how soft his eyes got? Thank you. Good boy. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, so yes, he's a rescue. Oh, Luke just got in trouble. He's mine. Let's go say hi to Gracie. Stop. Stop. Oh, I lost her. Hopefully the feed still works. We're halfway in the arena. Let me know if it gets wonky. Okay, let's, gosh, which one do we do first? They're all here. My kiddo says hello to his favorite horse, Gracie. Well, that's who we'll go talk about next. This is Gracie. She is 100% a rescue. If I didn't get her, she most definitely would have turned into, gone into the slaughterhouse. She has her own story. There's a whole story here. If anybody can find that link. Well, actually, I don't know if you'll be able to post it. Might not work. Anyways, if you look around, there's Gracie's story here on this channel. She's an Arabian. She's, I think, 8. What are we doing? Oh, you're here. Come on, man. I need to get over to Gracie. Okay. So she's had an interesting life. There's a mosquito. Okay. She's had an interesting life. Her first 4 or so years of life was not as good as it could have been. You've got some Lena here hanging from you. But when soft, she's an absolute sweetie. She needs a lot of patience and understanding. She will be here for life. I don't think that she'll ever go anywhere else. And she's doing well for what she's got going on. She's had some major feet problems for a long time. She's got her own emotional trauma, and I expect she's got physical trauma that is held up mostly in the top of her head and neck, and probably a bit in her back. So she does seem to enjoy her time here, and enjoys the other herd mates, and is continuously learning to socialize, whatever that means. Okay, so this is Macaroni, aka Roni. Let's go get him. I don't know why he's leaving. Gracie, stop. There we go. Come here, buddy. You're so skittery sometimes. It's weird. Probably because I'm holding a big tripod. What are you going to do, pal? You got to tell her where to go. You're the big boy today. Sort it out. This is go on the other side of Lena. We'll talk about Lena in a second. So Macaroni is a quarter horse, around 10. I've got his papers. I can't actually find the papers anywhere. I'm a little worried about where I put them, but they're somewhere. And he is not a rescue. He is a full-blood quarter horse. And I was going to train him and then, get him to do all kinds of trail riding. He hadn't really had much experience trail riding, and that's more my specialty than anything else. Came from a girl that did barrel racing. And I know, buddy, you want something else. Let's see. It's got a crunchy back here, all this sand. And he's got his own little idiosyncrasies, little quirks, but an absolutely sweetie. If you want to know all the personalities of the horses, check out the latest series where I test carrots. I've got carrots and I'm going to see if they try to steal them from me, kind of thing. I just talk about all their personalities. You can see each one of them, how they act. I've got a pile of horses. So he's not a rescue, he is mine, and he'll probably be here forever too. Okay, next horse, Lena. Lena is a part rescue. She was free, so I guess kind of a rescue in that. What do you want? How's the Wi-Fi working out? Still working? I'm all the way down to the end of the arena. Okay, let's come around and go to Lena. Hi, Lena. Lena's an Oldenburg draft. She's 16, 17, going on 17. An absolute lovely horse. Lovely, just fantastic, safe, friendly, really, really smart, and tolerates. Oh, you got some. There you go. And so partially rest. She wasn't wanted. Her previous owner, Stop, 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 stop. Back up. More. Over there somewhere. Thanks. Stay. Jesus, stay. You're gonna get it. Stay. Back. Stay. So her previous owner did get a hold of me and gave me her backstory. She found her on YouTube, and she sent me an email, and she was very, very happy that she was here. She said she had a big cry because she didn't know where she went. She's happy she's found a nice, good place to land, and so Lena will be here for life as well. Oh man. And seriously, buddy. What can I say about her? She's great. Sort of a rescue, because nobody wanted her, because when you ride her, stop bugging me. She kind of will not listen to your hands. I think a lot of horses are like that, and requires effort, requires patience and effort and timing and all kinds of good stuff like that. She loves this story. She loves it when I tell her story. Look at her. She's like, I love when you talk good about me. It makes me happy. All right, moving on. We're going to the back of the arena. I'm really surprised the Wi-Fi is working so well. We'll definitely be doing this method for future. Yoka is not mine. She's the only horse here that is not mine. She's an Icelandic, 14-ish, 12, I don't know. Really cool horse, obviously. Luke is a rescue. Yeah, I guess I have amassed myself rescues. Get him, Yoka. Teach him a lesson. What's he doing? What is he doing? She's not going to like that. She's going to get him in a minute. If I go to this side, that guy can't make it over because he won't go through her. So Luke is, don't know how old he is. Got him when I think he was 3 or so. So he's got to be about the same age as Roni. 2 or 3 I got him. So 10, 11 years old. Something like that. Hello, Fluff. He came from an actual rescue facility, local here. And was sold to me with the idea he's an appendix, which is a cross tube. Oh, there we go. Okay, she went out. Luke was an appendix. Yeah, he's an appendix. So Luke will be here forever as well. You got sandwiched between the girls. Hey man. How's it going? Ellen won the Luke t-shirt. That's cool. Ellen won the Luke t-shirt. That's cool. Okay, so these guys are all following me. Who haven't I? Okay, we haven't done Annie. And okay, so these guys are all following me. Who haven't I? Okay, we haven't done Annie. And last horse is Annie. And Annie is also a rescue. She's the most recent rescue. She's just a baby. So you can tell because of her teeth mostly, but her size. She is also a wildie / sort of Mustang. She's got, she's come off of the range. So before me. So you see her little tiny teeth? I don't know if she'll let me show you. There we go. Yeah, little tiny teeth there. So she's just a baby. And she's lovely. Very nice horse. Getting bigger. And she comes out of her babyhood. Gangliness, sort of scrawniness. Waiting on me a little bit. Stop, Annie, stop. Look how frustrated she gets with me. Did you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that. So I push on her head, which should happen. She should be accepting of that and move. What the? Roni, you know. Look at these two. to help out these little wildies. Luke, you deal with her. He says, okay, I'll take this on. Oh. Pixelating. Oh, somebody's in trouble over here. Okay, I'm gonna come backwards towards the Wi-Fi. And we'll see if they come up with me. Reached your range. All right, cut out briefly, but we're back. So we won't go any further than halfway from now on. Now we know. You guys have been a great test group for figuring that part out. Also, if I keep the camera still, that's why we have a tripod. If I keep the camera still, then it doesn't need as much bandwidth. Little interesting trivia perhaps, but I used to build applications like this for a living, so I have a reasonably good idea of how they work. So when we have troubles, there are a few ways to solve it. Obviously, one, come closer to the Wi-Fi. Two, stop moving so much. Move less. Put it on a tripod, have good lighting. Uh-oh, it's a competition. Who's coming up first? Hello, Gracie. Okay, come here, you. Come here. I hear you. Covered in sand, though. I know, but come here. So my job will be to keep everybody else away for the time being. Can you back up a little? Just a smidge there. Okay. And we'll sort out whatever Gracie needs. Why not? That's the bonus now. I can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Do you want the other side? Shake. Oh, it worked. That's probably just a fluke. Oh. Here comes Lena. Okay, stay there and I'll help you out a little bit. What do you need? Ears? Gracie's checking the camera feed. If the camera falls over, it's her fault. Oh, he's getting mad at Annie. We've got a lineup. I'm missing my coffee too. Okay, so that's everybody's story, whether they're rescues or not. Hopefully that has answered pretty good. Do you have any questions? Jim is here. Why was Mr. Wild running after you before? Reason I'm asking is I go and see 2 horses and he stopped while I concentrate on the screen briefly. See 2 horses ages 22 and 2. The younger does that to be 2 as well. Does that mean, and how do I deal with it? Okay, so each one of these, you guys are watching what happens with the horses if I don't have carrots. So the videos that you guys want me to make are essentially going to look like this, where I just literally get followed around to solve problems, solve physical look at this thing right here. She says, I'm waiting to, yeah. So each one of these horses that follows me around or stares at me or does something along those lines is waiting for some grooming. So there's a lot of trouble right next to me. Does this thing go any wider? No, it doesn't. It's very, if you have scratched them, if you have shown them that, Annie, back up. See, I don't want her to avoid my hand. If she's going to avoid my hand, I'm going to have to do something more. But I'd like her just to respond to my hand, say back up. If you have trouble going backwards, turn. You keep an eye on Yoka. So I'll hold. Because what I would really like is to not have to yell. So I'm essentially just going to do physical blocking, which I can do there and send her a little bit. What I'd like not to do is get I watch. I better not get into it. So I was gonna say I watched a video and I wasn't a fan of it, but I don't dare talk crap about anybody. I don't want to do that. But what I want to say is there's such a good comparison in how we want to try to deal with horses. So Jim, if you've got a horse that is sort of following you around and you've got some kind of groundwork skill with them, use that. If you don't have that and you feel in danger, there's nothing wrong with being a little loud. Nina's on the go for some reason. Here comes that guy. Gracie's coming over. She's yelled at these two. See, I'm making space. So I'm sort of, when I go into passive, oh man, there's so much to explain. Let me see. So he's waiting. I don't think he'll make it over. No. If they do sort of follow you around, you've groomed them, then they'll have this idea that you can reach a place in an accurate manner, and they know it. Are you going to scratch on my hand or what? See, like that. So that's probably the best example I could give of why horses follow me around, is because they have an awareness. Yoka sent her. She's going over to Luke. She doesn't know that Yoka wasn't really talking to her. Here comes Lena. Okay, we'll put a pause. Tell you what, I'll go to a different corner where there's nobody. Empty corner. Still near the Wi-Fi. And then we'll wait. We'll wait here. Here comes Annie. What a goof. Oh. So, otherwise, if you fed them food, then they're going to follow you around because you have food, and that could be, both can be dangerous. Both can be kind of dangerous. I don't want to be surrounded. So I'm going to put my back to a wall. I have no interest in being surrounded. So the solution to what is a problem of personal safety, she's left. What do we got here? Somebody had a poop, so everybody's got to smell it. Like, check it out. Who's this? If Luke makes a mess of that, hey, no, get out of here. No, don't step in it. Go. It's such a pain to clean up afterwards. Sorry, everybody. He'll drag it out and smush it into the ground. And everybody who has a horse, you guys already know. Okay. So what you have is a horse that is willing to. So here comes. We'll see if we can get Gracie to come up again. Here she comes. There's nobody else around. It's a safe situation. She's got to sort this out. And as we've seen, she's much better when she's alone. There we go. Okay, so she's come into my space and I've allowed that. I've said, okay, no problem. I have a demeanor about me that is going to say, yes, you can come in. Or I'm going to have one that says no, and I might need to be loud. So the carrots video is a really good video to watch for that kind of stuff. The carrots for each horse, or just one of them, doesn't matter. How I would end up sort of telling, these two are so funny. There we go. So just some light rubbings for Gracie. She's going down even lower, so I'll just go even lighter. And just a light rub. Maybe a shake. She's thinking. She's not sure. She's got a little bit worried / relaxed eyes. And she's going to tell Annie to go away. There's a small shake. Here she comes. Calm down. So you should be able to command and control your space. These two are quite playful today, aren't they? No matter the situation. It shouldn't actually matter I give you the reasons of why horses might follow you around like that. Like some other humans, when they show up, they give nothing but carrots and apples. So they just see a human and think carrots and apples. Or you've done it, or you've been a good groomer, or somebody else has been a really good groomer. Like whatever it is, it's draw. So they're drawing. It would be highly unusual they're trying to drive you anywhere. But I've got a shoulder now, so I don't feel as safe because I've only got a shoulder. I definitely would like to see her reach around this way and not have another horse on the other side. So we think about our positioning. What's behind me? I've got a fence. If I needed to, I could escape. I don't need to, but if I wanted to, I could. Or I could just be over by the fence, which would narrow down the angles that I can be bothered at. Look at these two over here. What are they doing? So he was following me around. Why was he following me around? He was following me around because I'm really good at giving... Uh-oh, he's going to get kicked in a second. Oh, he's got a mouthful of yoga fur. I don't know if you can see. Yep, there it goes. See his mouth. He's... Hey, friend. Here she comes. Oh, Gracie's on the move. She's... Horse socialization is... Oh, Luke. Hey, go. No. No, no, no. You're going to make a mess of it. You can go too. You monkeys. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Does it? Oh, what's this? Rars sent over 20 bucks. Thank you very much. Very helpful. Straight to the hay bale. Here comes Gracie again. I don't even have my hand out this time. Smile every day 2.0 says Annie going to be yours permanently. Not unless I win the lottery. It's expensive to keep so many horses, and if the reason I would need to kind of win the lottery is I need to make more space because I do want to get more wildies. Annie and Mr. Wild over there behind her, just amazing horses. Everybody has just found them so educational, interesting, fulfilling, all those kinds of things. I mean, most horses are, but those guys have done really well. And don't chew on the tripod. So oh no. Go away, Luke. Go away. Well, I'm protecting poop. Thank you. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Annie. So yeah, the problem is that yeah, it's essentially space and money problem. I think that time it was YouTube being problematic. Come all the way back up to the top, but that's not the issue. I think it was YouTube giving problems. Anyhow, so I don't know where I was. I was probably complaining about something, but cleaning up after horses and all that stuff. So we lost your feet here. What you're saying about Annie. Annie. I don't know where I left off. Rachel's got to go. So bye, Rachel, for now. See if I can put the camera up a little higher. Huh. I either have to go get a wheelbarrow and a rake and clean this up so I don't think about it anymore, or ignore it, one or the other. Martine says it's nice in a way to be surrounded by horses, but dangerous. Yeah, it's quite dangerous. Very dangerous. Here's Gracie. She's like, you're not done scratching, are you? a little bit. And we're Annie in space. Yeah, so you know how it is when you got to take care of horses, rain or shine, sleet or snow, just like the mailman. You can't stop doing it. So it takes time, it takes energy, it definitely takes money, and it takes space to do it. And if I just keep keeping horses, there'll be a time when I can no longer keep horses. So the idea was that all Wildies were supposed to go, Mr. Wild as well. That'd be a hard day though. But Annie's a little easier for me. And just pragmatically, I have to think about this very carefully. Yeah. So that's you talk to any rescue out there. We all tend to really like the horses and we like featuring them, and everybody likes to see them featured. But it's just logistics. It's always going to be logistics. Oh, Ida's here. Hello, Ida. So hopefully that summarizes it without whining too much about it. That's the last thing I want to do. We're here to enjoy the horses. So Sandy says, always balance between time, money, and your own health. It is. It is. Yep. So, and hay prices go up, not going down. She jumped over the poo. What a good horse. Now Luke's gonna go over. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, these guys are fun right now. They're just all milling around and doing some moving. No. Okay, I'm gonna go get a wheelbarrow. Audio's crackling? Oh no, that sucks. Okay, I'm gonna put the mic off to the side while I go get a wheelbarrow and stuff. I'll be back. Something that just occurred to me is there's a pretty high chance that one of the horses are going to knock the camera off, and that would suck. So let's take it out of the arena, like a smart horse person that I am. Bring it back to the default position. Zoom in a little. Not that much. Maybe something like that. Huh, some people are getting crackly audio. How weird. Hopefully it's working now. You know what? I think I'll check it on my own phone. Anyways, thank you again before I go get this wheelbarrow, I just want to send another quick thank you out to Rar. Thank you very much. Let's see. Yeah, the audio seems to be okay here. Sorry, it's crackly over there. Yep, I can hear it. Okay, Jim, I'll check your message in a second. I'll be back. Actually, I have no idea how framed up I was on that one. So, that's the way that goes. That was fun. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. Wish I could have had all the horses framed up though, now that I look at the framing now. But they did okay. They did all right. It's a short exercise. Vital when you have a herd. So important to do when you have a herd. You got to get them all on the same wavelength without fear. Like the goal isn't to chase them. I don't know if that's clear. I'm not chasing. Yeah. It's a different way to do. I wanted to switch directions, but I thought to myself, I don't think I'm framed up right, so you guys can't see the whole circle. Oh well, I've done a video on this from a while ago with the drone, where I had it up top and you can see the actual circle that's happening. So, okay, let's see. Let's go back to Jim's comment a while back. Everybody gets to settle down, and looks like Annie's having fun with Luke at the back there. Gracie's in the way, you can't see. Those two are cute. Yeah, they all did really well. Okay, so Jim says a bit more bad. I do butt rubs, leg scratches, guard duty while they sleep. Yeah, so they're just following you around because you're a good buddy. It's good. Sandy says this always makes her laugh how much horses are like toddlers. Yeah, they are. Any update on horse bracelets? Yes, we have 3, but I need to do that in conjunction with something else, so I have to be patient. That's 3, and they're beautiful. Yeah, the question about whether or not you're live right now or not is a good one, because sometimes you can be behind and you have to check the timeline and make sure the little dot is all the way to the right. If you're behind, you're going to think that it's live, but it's not. You're sort of behind some minutes. So you really have to check to make sure that little dot down at the bottom, that's called the playhead, is all the way to the right. And then you'll be good. So yeah, Jim, sounds good. That's about right. I think if you're worried about your space, just ask them to back up. Make sure you have that. I mean, the carrots videos are the best example of that. Making sure that you have that request for space solid. If you need it, you can get it. Otherwise, there was a lady, actually, here, I'll tell you guys some stories maybe. But there was a lady that wrote a comment, and she said that she had given some carrots to a horse, and that horse wanted more. She walked away to go give carrots to the other horse that she had in the same paddock. And that horse kind of got in front of her, and she tried to shoo it off. And as she shooed it off, it twirled around, kicked her, sent her across the paddock, and hit her head on the post in the fence of some sorts. I thought that was crazy. I can't even imagine such a thing, but it seems it actually happened. And so that's where she says, well, I just don't know what to do. So I gave her a pile of advice, and essentially said, you got to make sure that, you know, friendliness and the romantic idea of being around horses is great. It's lovely. You can be around them and stuff, and they can be close, and you can scratch, and you can give them food. But until you have a proper stop, and I'm not talking about, you know, some videos you see, and they're like, how to create a connection with a horse, and they go out with a flag. It's like, what? No, we're not trying to create a connection with a horse through drive. We want draw, primarily. Drive and fear usually have a horse have their, if you see the horse's head is high, it's not kind of coming down, they're not getting a soft eye, that kind of thing, then you don't have a relationship. When you go up to a horse and they almost bow down before you, not in a submissive way, but just like, hi, I'm your friend. And it can be a really friendly, nice thing to do as a horse to another horse or a human, where they're just like, I'm not here. That thing that we're looking for is a non-threatening or non-worried or non-fearful mannerism. And when you have that, then you can start creating your connections. Until you have that, you're not creating anything other than you're just a human with a flag that's being fearful and the horse has no choice and all that business. You're just, yeah, you want to. So to do that, you have to have the ability. No, don't. Stop it, goofball. I don't know if you guys can see that. Meatball was essentially being a little too trappy. He was kind of trapped Gracie a bit. It just didn't appeal to me. I didn't want it. So I tell him not to do it. So, yeah. The idea that we want to have this fantastic relationship with a horse demands that we are able to set boundaries in space and all that kind of stuff. It's vital, and then you'll have the rest, and it'll be safer. You won't end up like that lady that got kicked across the paddock into a post, which is just bonkers. Oh well. Yeah, Mr. Well, he does tend to get out of Liberty sessions a bit, but he always comes back in. He knows. He knows I'll go get him. Gracie's a little odd, I know, and he was nice at the end. At the end. Helen's here from Perth, Australia. Hello. Lead Bellies donate to Red Cross Turkey, Syria. Excellent. Fantastic. That's great. Yeah, I'm not, yeah, no, it's good. Thank you. Mr. Wild holds his ground around Gracie. Yeah, it's good that he's sort of holding his ground or not giving in to some of that and just providing her a little bit more, what's the word, structure. It's good. So anyways, that's what we want. So for anybody who has a question, kind of like Jim does for hanging around horses and they sort of crowd you and stuff like that, don't want them crowding us. If they crowd us, we're letting them crowd us. We want to say no. We want to be able to say no without driving them off or causing fear that makes them want to attack. Because it's dangerous and we want to stay safe. And as I always say to everybody, you want to go home in the same car you came in when you got to the barn. So, there you go. Boy, it's been a bit of an interesting live stream today. We'll be able to get out to the arena, play with horses, talk about stories. A few questions. Actually, I had one question I thought I would answer here. That came in a comment. And it was a lady who had asked me, I don't think she's got back to me. She'd asked me how to pick up her horse's feet when they just won't pick them up. And it was a good question. It's not uncommon to come across a horse that refuses to pick up his feet, and there could be multiple reasons. The primary reason I have found is pain. So it's one of my first questions I'll ask. I'll tell you a quick story. I had to go to this lady who had a previous trimmer, farrier, or whatever, to deal with with her older horse's feet, who are in really poor shape. And essentially that person did a big cut off of the toe. They've been taught that if you just take the toe off, everything else will solve itself, blah, blah, blah. Look and see, this horse is very uncomfortable, having a very hard time getting around and standing and stuff. So, okay, well, let's solve this. Let's take a look at it. And it was not a very big horse, probably about as big as Yoka, smaller, but decent size, older horse. And I go pick up one of the front feet, and I couldn't get it. The horse wouldn't pick it up. Even if I could get it, after a little bit, I could get it. The horse quickly wanted it back. But I discovered the solutions, and I'll give you the solution so we can discuss how that happened. That was interesting. He's getting tough, eh? Mr. Tough Guy. Mr. Wild, going and telling the girls what to do. He wants Lena. So he's got to get her out of her two-buddy system here. I don't know if Roni's going to sort it out. He might. It's a quick drive-by. Not a fighter. So I pick up one foot, and I've got my rasp ready as fast as I can, and I take off an edge somewhere and put it back down. And the horse is asking, but I'm quick to put it back, not far into the asking process. I then go over to the other foot. And same process, take your time, try to get it up. Sometimes you got to use a little bit of your shoulder into their shoulder, and they'll lean on you a little bit. Down. You per se, it's a terrible, that side, by being a tripod in a way, but just standing strong. And connection is hiccuping? Oh no. I don't know what that means. Like the audio is going out? So then I did a little bit on that foot, and I went back to the other foot, and I did a little bit on that foot, and back to the other foot. And after about 8 times of going back and forth, that horse started to figure out that the things that I was doing were feeling a little bit better. It keeps buffering, eh? I don't know if I can help that. I'm way up top now. Should be. Darn internet connections, eh? What can you do? It was working so well for a while, too. It's good now. Sorry, I had to whistle a little bit, get him to stop digging a hole while Roni was trying to chew on his leg. Okay, so the theory I have is that I might have solved one or two or both things. Is the audio working? I'm going to check with my own. Sure is a pain. Okay, I think it's working. Well, I don't know how much of the I don't know what's going on with the internet. Okay, maybe it'll stay going a little bit. Okay, so Rachel, I was talking about how I was going back and forth. So yes, I went back and forth with this horse. I think my hypothesis is 2 things. One, I was relieving some pain so that the horse could stand better. And 2, I was doing it in a way that even the owner said was much kinder and more gentle than the last person. Annie. connection here. So the idea that I gave to this lady about being able to pick up feed is, or the questions I posed was like, is your horse in pain? Are you having, is the horse having any trouble standing or walking around or any sorts? And then is the last person that was there made that horse in pain? Like, imagine if you went to a podiatrist and everything that doctor did brought you more pain to your feet than you were already feeling when you went in. You'd never go back to that podiatrist again. Horses don't have that option. Usually when somebody gets a farrier, they never get a new one because they have some kind of weird loyalty towards them. And no matter what. Not always. There are lots obviously that change out, but some people don't have an option. There's one farrier for a whole county or something like that, or a whole city. So I think that horses are more willing to give up their feet to those that care about them and make them feel better. So I think that's the key. So those are my questions for that lady. She hasn't got back to me, I don't think yet. But when it comes to picking up horses' feet, you have to be able to. I mean, there are others, but that's the main thing. You know, when they come out of it, they feel better. When you're in it, they don't feel like they're in danger. It's not that some horses can't be dangerous. Some horses can be just straight out dangerous and very unhealthy for groundwork and trimming. The ones that are dangerous at groundwork are going to be dangerous at trimming. Understanding the hierarchy of human and horse is vital. All of these things are really important. So it's not just about pain and how, you know, some horses can be they just have no desire to sort of connect up in that way unless they're getting something. Sun's starting to come out, weather's getting a little better. Here's a question that's kind of interesting. Constance says, dumb question. There are no dumb questions. Why do you bring out one horse at a time and not at least 2 horses at a time? Well, easy answer. It's not worth it to me. Why would I? That's probably my question back. Why would I? Why would I bring out more than 1 horse at a time? Where's the value versus risk? If you can tell me that, then I will. You can convince me that there is value in handling more than 1,000-pound animal at a time. I'll consider it. It's not that I can't, obviously. I can obviously handle more than 1 at a time. But I just don't see the value of going to one paddock, then going to the other, trying to halter them both. Hopefully they both behave. Hopefully nothing happens. Hopefully some dog doesn't come out. Hopefully some branch doesn't fall out of a tree. Hopefully. It's like I don't see the risk versus reward calculation working out. So if you can convince me of why I should be doing at least 2 horses at a time, good luck. There you go. Don't write that anymore. Teach people that. And teach yourself that. It's a terrible habit. Your words are valuable and important. I say it to my daughter all the time. If you start off a sentence with, I'm dumb, you are devaluing yourself and you are disempowering yourself. Don't do it anymore. There's some dad advice. Take that. Do any of your horses follow you around like a dog would off leash? Yeah. You missed it. Rewind in this live stream all the time. Rachel says, didn't see the comment above mine. So true about farrier loyalty. Yeah. Sorry, Sue is a challenge to join up. It's, I think we were on a bad server for a while there. So if I missed anything and somebody wants some clarity or clarification, get them, Lena. Teach them a lesson. Here comes Gracie. She'd like to get involved. Any clarity or clarification, let me know. Xtinit says, thanks for sharing your horses with us. You're very welcome. It is a pleasure to be able to do such a thing. We'll go a little bit, and then it's time to get on with chores. And Sue says, hate missing a single second. Don't worry, it's all recorded. YouTube keeps a nice record of it. The coffee's getting kind of cold. No kidding, right? Hour and 45 minutes in. It better be cold. Actually, the cup I use is really good. So yeah, picking up horses' hooves can be a real challenge and scary for many people. Having a connection, having a relationship, having that groundwork, having the training in place can really, really help. Some horses are mindless with it. You just walk up to them and they just pick up their foot. They know what to do, and it's hard to say how they got that way. Some are good, some you can tell are just zombies. They just do what they do for everything they do with people. Oh, Mr. Wild thought he'd have a go at Roni for a second there. That didn't work out. Roni's not a fighter. He really isn't, but he will definitely do a lot of swearing. That's the best way to put it. He'll yell a lot. So, calmed down. It's good. Wendy says we practice a lot with the hooves. We found a great barefoot form. What would you do if a horse couldn't catch his breath after intense play? I've never experienced that. They take a little bit to catch their breath, but how many minutes are we talking? We're talking about an hour? I'd call the vet. I can't imagine a different answer than that. Did anybody give a different answer other than I need to call the vet? My horse can't stop breathing really heavily. It's actually a serious issue. Belabored breathing, or there's another word for it. I did a video on it one time, a long time ago. The horses that are breathing really heavily for nothing, essentially. So say after 5 to 8 minutes or something, they're still breathing hard. Labored breathing is what it is. They're in intense pain somewhere. All right, Constance, you're out. There we go. You're in timeout. That's what you get for not listening. Heaves. I don't know about heaves. I doubt it. I imagine. I imagine that the horse is in pain somewhere, and you need to sort out where that is. Yeah, you just need to sort that out. I'd feel sad for that horse. I've seen labored breathing, and it's really hard. It's not any different than when we get sick. We feel really bad, and you're just, you're doing that. Fluffy Bunny's here. Hello. Yeah. And he's going for another roll. Everybody's peaceful now. It's nice to see. It's nice to see. It would be an emergency with the risk of a heart issue. Maybe. But a lot of horses that have feet problems will have labored breathing. Intense abscesses will cause labored breathing. I would check the legs to see if they're stocked up or swollen. I would wonder if they are colicking, which also has nothing to do with the heart. Colicking is a problem with the stomach or intestinal tract. It can be quite painful. Kills horses, obviously, in unusual circumstances. So I'd be very worried about that. I would wonder about the intense playing, the actual action of it, whether or not that horse wanted to be involved in that, or if it was just being chased around. I get very concerned when I see horses being chased around by other horses, and you can tell they don't want to be chased around by anybody else. There was a horse here named Ruli, and she was an older horse, and sometimes she'd have to get moving around thanks to the others, so I would go out into the arena and I would just guard her so that she could socialize and be around. Look at Annie, she's rolled exactly where Luke rolled. What a goofball. She says, it's a great spot. Okay, I roll. Yeah. And so poor Ruli was, she was old and she was in some pain here and there. And so you could tell she didn't want to run around. And if somebody had made her run around, she would have gone into some labored breathing for sure. And we'd know the reason. We already know everything that's wrong with her. So no vet required. But if you had a horse that had labored breathing, you call the vet. That's not an internet question. That's just a little bit of common sense question in a way. Your horse looks like it's in pain. Solve it. You know, that's a good one. Because not a lot of people might recognize what labored breathing is, perhaps. So to define that, and then once you know that, you'd know what that is, and then you would just naturally, I would assume anybody would naturally just call the vet. Say, what's up? Josephine says, is Luke a Mustang? No, he's an appendix, according to the rescue that I got him from. And it seems accurate. So. Okay, let's see, what do we got? Have you ever had a horse get colic? Yes, once. Roni had mild colic. Now, colic is such a terrible word to use. I don't mean like it's terrible as in a bad, but it's just so, it's like saying, I have pain. Pain? What kind of pain? Pain where? Is it sharp pain? Is it dull pain? Colic is a word that is used when a horse has something wrong with any part of its intestinal tract or stomach, right? So they could have eaten something immediately and something's going wrong in their stomach. They could have something in their large intestine, something in their small intestine. They could have a twisted intestine. They could have any issue like that. And so Roni had some bad hay of some sorts, hay that his body didn't like. Everybody else was fine. And I was really worried for him. He wasn't doing very well about that. And so I went to the vet and just kind of gave him a little pain relief, checked him out, checked out his gut and all that stuff, and he was fine in the end. First time and last time. Never had an issue since. There you go. All right, Wendy's got a question. I know you said Mr. Wild has friends, and that being with the girls and boys, he's a bit of an outsider, but any idea why the other horses don't include him? Probably because he's trying to create his own herd. He wants horses to go with him, but he doesn't have that yet. I mean, it really depends on the mix of horses. Hello, Martha. I thought I said hello to you, didn't I? I think I did. Anyways, hello again, Martha. To the guy that's talking. That's hilarious. These two herds, so for example, Lena, Roni, and Gracie are their own sort of herd, their own group. But if I were to take Gracie out and Lena out, then Roni and Mr. Wild would play till the cows come home. You know? Don't eat that. You're getting in trouble. Gracie was going to chew on my stairs. If I were to take Roni out and Gracie out, Lena would probably wander around with Mr. Wild. I don't think Gracie really gets along with much of anybody, so she's more of the problem. If Luke is in there with Mr. Wild, they play together, two of them, right? Luke, Roni, and Mr. Wild, they play together. Mr. Wild goes in with Yoka, they co-groom. Mr. Wild goes in with Annie, they run around together a lot. She sort of runs away from him, tries to kick, and he chases and stuff. But he doesn't quite mix with either side when they're a big group. And he seems to be okay with that. So, there you go. I think they're going to start napping, to be honest. I think it's almost nap time. The sun's coming out a little bit. We've got some nice weather coming through. It's, I don't know if I can zoom out a little bit more than, there we go. So we got the sun coming through there, a little bit cloudy. And that might be it. I think my coffee is done. It's a one coffee live stream. Apologies for all the technical weird anomalies. We had a great server for the first half, then a weird server, and now we've got a good server again. So whatever that's about. And the microphone, but that's working now. So it was a good test. I'm glad I was able to improve the Wi-Fi to where we can go in the arena. I think that'll make for some more interesting live streams in the future, for hopefully some more training. And I feel like Roni goes up to him now, and they'll play a bit. Let's see, I'll zoom in a smidge. So he's got a friend right there, right? Oh, bam, hit to the shoulder. Well, that theory's out the door, isn't it? But he's still coming back. You know, he didn't go far. Roni has a big yawn. It's like, ha, sorted that out. It's coming in behind. Oh boy. So it's, you know, the other side of it is whether or not he's willing to accept his position in the hierarchy determined by the others. All right. And he's a little young, and he's got his own desires and all that kind of stuff. And at his age in the wild, he'd be on the periphery. He probably would. Yeah, it's not unusual. It's not unusual. So I wouldn't say he's anything too weird. And he's got to sort it out. He's got to listen up. He's got to listen to the horses that tell him what to do and start calming down. And it depends on who's in there. So let's see. Amy says she loves it when they come to the camera super close. Yeah, I know. That's why it'll be good when we can get into the arena more. Wendy says he needs dating 101. Cheryl, you're very welcome. Happy to share my morning. And Rachel, you're welcome too. How's the meadow going? It's coming along. Oh, fluffy bunnies in BC as well. That's cool. Meadow's coming along nicely. We'll see what happens this year. If it grows into some grass or what I do. It just gets so wet here. It's hard to create a good I mean, everybody has the same problem, but starting from scratch is a real chore. So, okay, well, let's leave it at that today. I'm going to get on with things. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed some time, and I was able to provide some good horse time for everybody. Yeah, it's definitely nice to get out there and interact with the horses more. So I'm happy to be able to do that. I look forward to more of that. Okay, that's it. Do I grow carrots? No, I do not. I just buy them. Carrots are a pain to grow, in my opinion. So, you're welcome, everybody who's saying thank you. And I hope you guys have a great day. Wonderful, whatever part of your day you're at. I'm in the morning still. So, afternoon and evening for everybody else, probably. And And we'll see you hopefully next weekend. I'm trying to go every weekend. Tomorrow's going to rain, so today's the day. Get a live stream done. But next week, usually want to try for Sundays. I like Sundays a little bit better. So we'll go from there. We'll go whatever the weather's going to look like. Saturday or Sunday, one or the other. Enjoy some time every weekend with the horses. All right, bye for now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.